Welcome back to MLE Esports. We are excited to see this FL matchup between the Rhinos and the Pirates. I am Dullahan Hell. Everybody just calls me Dulla, though, so feel free to call me that. With me in the booth tonight is Boss Radala. Boss, how you feeling tonight, man?
You know, obviously after watching the first series go through 5 games, I'm feeling great. It looked fantastic, and I'm really hopeful that this series is going to look more of the same.
Absolutely, man. I'm really excited to see some Rocket League played tonight. I know that these teams are really close in their record, both of the 5 and 6 seed in their conference. So I think it's going to be a well-fought game. They have a very similar record over the season throughout. So I think it's going to be a really good matchup. 20 wins, 20 losses for the Pirates, 19 wins, 21 losses for the Rhinos through the season. So definitely a very even matchup. I'm excited to see what we have going on tonight. And again, thank everybody for joining in to MLE, sponsored by APM Music. We are excited to get this game going. We are getting the lobby ready. Boss, what are you hoping to see tonight out of the Pirates?
Out of the Pirates here, I definitely want to see El Rabo continue their string of success here. 53.99 on the Sprocket rating so far, 19 goals on the season. Definitely leading. I mean, they're 17-8 as a player on the record for the season. So you definitely want to see this person continue their string of success, but I definitely want to see close competitive Rocket League matches for sure.
Absolutely, man. I'm definitely super excited to see what they have out. I think that the Pirates are going to do a really good job. I hope that the Rhinos are also able to hold out. I think we're going to, like I said, see a really even match. They are technically down, but again, it's only by pretty much 1 game difference. So what can happen tonight is going to be pretty much setting who goes where between the 6 and 7, or the 5th and 6th seed, based on how the other games are played. So I think it's gonna be really exciting, and I'm excited to get started, man. I think that we are set to go DFH Stadium for the first match. We might be having a little bit of ping issues here, so let's keep on getting it hyped up. I'm very excited. Like I said, I think that the Rhinos are going to do something really well with Rose as well. Faye Rose, one of our few female players that we see at least as often on this stream. I'm excited to see what she can pull out for the Rhinos as well. See how she might be able to match up against El Rabo, like you were saying, with his stream of success lately. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see what we have going on here. And it looks like we're about to get to kickoff. Let's hop into it.
For sure, Chronos able to drop that kickoff into a friendly position for the Pirates. No, Pharaoh is opening it up already, 6 seconds in with the shot. My goodness, what a fantastic goal to open things up right over El Rabo.
Absolutely beautiful read there from Rose. I think she's got us in her ear tonight, talking about how we might see her take on El Rabo, and that's exactly what we see right after kickoff. Rose just kind of gets that dunk over him, finds the back of the net. Really exciting start here for the Rhinos. We'll see if they can hold on to this lead and keep the pressure up on the Pirates.
For sure. And like we were talking about, Faye Rose, for sure, easily I don't want to call him a hard carry, but easily a big part of the Rhinos' success, almost at a 63 Sprocket rating. Definitely seeing that translate here early on, keeping the pressure alive. Faye Rose sitting back a little bit, playing it patiently into the corner here, gets it center, but no one's there to put it away. Rue is going to be able to put it off the ceiling. Wasabi-Yaki able to take the shot here, but getting cut out pretty quickly.
Yeah, Rhinos doing a really good job of keeping the pressure up on the Pirates' defensive zone. They're not allowing them a lot of touches in their own defense. So I think they're definitely playing a little bit more physical, a little bit more high pressure. They're not afraid to have all 3 players up there in that striking distance. A backward shot from Rua almost goes in, but a fantastic save by Chronos there. Rose gets a touch middle, but it looks like Creoni was going to be there, but he ends up hitting it in with an own goal. A second goal of the night for Rose already. She's playing fantastic. Very good touch on that one, and unfortunately just unable to reach it from Creoni. And we got a 2-0 ball game here, 3:43 left to go.
You know, one thing that I've kind of noticed, I don't think this ball has entered the Rhinos' back third since we started. I think this is the first real opportunity for El Rabo to put it
Absolutely.
That is caster curse and a
showing.
half.
Seriously, a fantastic showing. As you mentioned, almost no time of possession by the Pirates in their Rhino zone. And as you're saying it, El Rabo cashes in on the caster curse, making it a 1-goal game with 3.5 minutes left. We'll see if the Pirates can try to swing the momentum in their favor now after that first goal.
El Rabo taking another shot opportunity. It's pretty high, but Rua's going to dust the offensive opportunity. Wasabiaki playing it into the corner, might be able to get the follow, gets the 50. Rua putting it on target here. Kronos unable to clear it out of the goal, and this Rhinos team goes up 3-1.
A really good shot there from Rua, getting it over Creoni, and Kronos really just did everything he could. You gotta think he's bummed out with not getting the touch in his favor off of that, bouncing off the post and going in. A really, really good reach there by Kronos. Unfortunately, just does not go in the way of the Pirates, and Rhinos are really starting to come away with this one. But again, plenty of time left with 3 minutes. We'll see if the Pirates might be able to show up and show out and see what they can do to block this Rhino onslaught that we have coming.
Wasabiaki is going to put it into the corner here that centers it up, but Rua cuts over and is able to take the 50. Faye Rose shoots underneath the ball here. Creoni pops it up for El Rabo. El Rabo putting it off the backboard. We might have a shot. No, Rua clearing it out to the right with ease, preventing the scoring opportunity here. Faye Rose putting it deep across pitch back onto the Pirates' third, where the ball has spent the vast majority of its life this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Rhinos have been doing a really good job. It's a pretty good fake there from Creoni for Kronos to get it downfield. Whether or not that was the intention, it definitely looked like a fake from our point of view. And Rabo banks in on it. The banger downfield from Kronos goes off the backboard. El Rabo is there to read it, get it past Rose and Wasabiaki. Beautiful shot from Rabo. We have a 1-goal game again. Fantastic response here from the Pirates. They've got 2 goals off of only 4 shots, whereas the Rhinos are sitting at 6 shots with 3 goals. So both are 50%. We'll see which one of them might be able to hold out on that and make a difference here in this game.
I think that'll be the last time I state the ball has spent the vast majority of its life on the Pirates side. Both times now have turned into a goal for the Pirates. El Rabo putting it away. I don't know if El Rabo is listening to the stream here, but they are proving me wrong time and time again.
Absolutely. I think they're going to try to continue to cash in on those caster curses. They're going to ask you to keep mentioning it as much as you can, because they want that caster curse buff against this Rhinos offense that have just been really good tonight. And Pharaohs with a nice clear out to the corners. He's going to try to follow. Doesn't look like he has a ton of boost, so Wasabiaki takes it over her. Gets past Rabo. There's a chance. Creoni clears it out of harm's way, but it's still on the Pirates' third. We'll see if they can do a good job of clearing it out. A little bit of mistouch there from Rua allows Rose to kind of bring it up slowly. Gets a nice look, but Rabo's there to block it.
And Creoni's there to follow, pushing it out here. Needs to dodge the demo, does. Gets the ball off the corner here, but Rose is able to clear it. El Rabo might be able to take a couple seconds here. Center it for Kronos, does. Kronos is up, goes, takes a shot, misses the ball. Easily dropping into Rua's touch, and that might have been one of the better opportunities for this Pirates team to equalize the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I like to call that situation. I like to call that a whifty, where both the offense and the defense go up for the ball and neither of them hit it. Not a 50-50, but a whifty. And an unfortunate mistouch from both players kind of just makes the ball bounce off to the midfield and nothing really happens out of it. And an interesting situation there with one of the Pirates players landing on top of a Rhinos player. That's how baby octanes are made.
Wasabiaki putting away what looks to be the dagger here in game 1. We did see a team earlier in the night, I believe the Ducks, put away 3 goals in 20 seconds, but I don't foresee that happening here for the Pirates. Sorry, the Rhinos just look a little too dominant here in game 1.
Yeah, if the Pirates want to get any kind of chance at winning this game, they're going to have to play much faster than they have been. And it looks like they have a chance. They're on the Rhino zone, but they need to score right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. As time ticks down, we have a game 1 win for the Rhinos. A fantastic showing from both. Like I said, it's going to be, like you said, the Pirates played the W against them, but they're game. They're very close, but they do pull out that win. So with a total of 8 shots on goal, 4 went in for the Rhinos and 5 shots on goal for the Pirates, with 2 going in, gives them the first loss of the night. But like we said, we still got 4 games to go, man. This is going to be an interesting series. I'm excited to see how the Pirates might respond.
Oh, for sure. And I know we talked about the fact that the Rhinos had 8 shots on target, but let's talk about Pharaohs being at 100% efficiency. 2 shots, 2 goals. I mean, that's what you want out of your best striker, for sure. You want to see just high percentage shots being taken and translating into the score sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree. And I know it's Sunday night, but it's Tuesday for Faye Rose, because not only did she have 2 goals off of 2 shots, she also had 2 saves, 1 assist more than what she had right now. And she would have had 2s across the board. She's doing fantastic tonight, playing super well. Like you said, the top striker, just proving that it's not just getting the shots on goal, but it's getting them to the back of the net. That scoring efficiency is really what's going to make the difference here. So the Pirates are really going to have to change up a strat, reset that mental, get into this next game and try to do something a little bit different to try to see if they can beat out this Rhinos defense and their peppering of the net on the Pirates side of the field.
For sure, for sure. Looks like we're going to get a kickoff here from Rua and Kronos. Definitely want to see how this Pirates team hits the regain here. Kronos with the 50, losing it onto their own side here, but Pharaohs is there to establish offensive pressure already. Not even 10 seconds in, trying to put the ball on target. That ball's going to bounce.
Sorry,
Oops.
with Rabo trying to carry it off the wall. He ran out of boost, unfortunately. If he had any more, he might have been able to put that on net, but the Rhinos do a really good job at stopping that and putting pressure on immediately. Like you said, they're just there, putting pressure on. A shot on goal from Roa goes in off of the left post, as very far side. No one is there to stop it. It gets behind Kronos, and Creone, excuse me, thinks that Cronus is probably going to be there to make the save, so he turns away for boost, and unfortunately that ball finds the back of the net. Rhinos are up 1-0 again here in the beginning of this game.
Creone getting cut out immediately by Rua. Getting the demo trade, though, might be able to actually open up an offensive opportunity here. As I say it, Kronos putting it away for the equalizer, exploiting a large gap in this Rhinos defense. Nobody really rotated to back post there.
Absolutely, a very good placement on that shot as well. If he shot that far post from where he was, might have been able to be saved, but he shoots it near post. He sees that there's no defender there, finds the back of the net. A beautiful response from the Pirates on that first goal from the Rhino. They're keeping things closer this game than they did last game already, and I really like to see this response from the Pirates. And another chance for them, but a little bit of a mistouch from Kronos. Ooh. And Rapo is not able to score either, with a really good defense from the Rhinos during these shots coming in from the Pirates, coming in quickly, might I add. Rua with a nice clear down to the corner. Let's see if the Rhinos can respond to the Pirates goal.
That pinch touch, shooting it all the way across, almost on net here. Pharaohs is up in the air, able to send it deep. Kronos is going to cut it out, though. Should be able to put it into the corner here and leave a good shot opportunity for El Rabo as third. No, they're going to go for the back pass here, putting themselves in a little bit of a dangerous situation. Pharaohs tries the center, it cannot, as Kronos is going to take it out. That ball, we're seeing a lot of 50s. They're trying to shove it across and take these shot opportunities, but both teams arriving at the same time constantly.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of power hits on the balls during the last 15-30 seconds, and I like seeing them go for those bigger hits. That one back pass was a little bit sketchy, because back passes could be a really good thing in this game, but when you hit it that hard, it might be a little bit difficult for the for your teammate to read. So a beautiful touch from Kronos here, finding the back of the net, hugging that near side corner. And I'm surprised he didn't get a kiss on it. He just goes right around it, beautifully placed, finds the back of the net. Pirates go up in this game for the first time this series. Let's see if they can hold on to this lead with 3 minutes ticking down here in Neo Tokyo.
Creone splitting the 50 here. Kronos is already up again. We'll be able to put that off backboard. Wasabiaki opts not to touch it. Extremely concerning choice, considering Kronos just put in such a strong angle last shot. You gotta contest this person a lot earlier.
Absolutely. They've been really showing out today, but Pirates, man, they are just putting the pressure on this Rhinos defense, and Rhinos are starting to crumble a little bit in their back end, allowing a little bit more shots that maybe shouldn't have been let in go in. And like you said, there's been a few gaps in their defense, just allowing easier shots to roll into the net. So we're going to see if we can get the Rhinos defense to tighten up here a little bit against this Pirate offense that have been playing really well during the second game.
Well, and we're definitely seeing this Pirates team playing a lot further up in the midfield, really dominating control, and it's allowing them to take far more shots than they did last game. Rhinos is going to be able to do just that, trying to send it center. Rua cutting it out, though. El Rabo dropping it through. Actually, he's still in the air. Leaves it for Creone. No, opts to go for it. Probably should have left it for Rhinos. No. A little bit of miscommunication here prohibits the goal.
An unfortunate touch there, an unfortunate challenge from Creone, or excuse me, from El Rabo. He did not have the boost to really go for that. He saw the chance, like you said, might have been a miscom. He might not have known that Rhinos was coming up for it, and if he pulled back, that might have been a goal for the Pirates, giving him a 2-goal lead. But we still see a good amount of pressure here from Rhinos, trying to go for an offensive pass, I'm going to say, from the corner, seeing that Rose was there to block a shot. And it works as far as keeping the pressure on, but unfortunately no shots on goal for them yet. Rhinos are doing a pretty good job at holding the momentum back from the Pirates, but they still need a goal to stay in this game.
Rose in an awkward situation. Rhinos going for the back pass here. It's off backboard. Oh, El Rabo unable to put it away. What a fantastic opportunity to slot it in off the backboard with a double touch here. But
yeah, really good look there from Rabo. I really like the confidence in going for a double tap against this Rhinos defense. And it's Rabo, who we were just talking about, that gets the beautiful read off of the not even a pass, but a mistouch a bit from Rua off of the corner. Rhinos isn't there, but Rabo gets it over 2 defenders in net, top middle, and just unsavable by that Rhinos defense. They get that 2-goal lead we were just talking about. Pirates are going to have to be feeling a little bit more comfortable now than they were during the middle of last game. Only 35 seconds left ticking down here in Neo Tokyo. Rhinos are really going to have to pull something out quickly. Similar situation to last game where the Pirates were in.
What a great way to stop and pop the ball around the defender there for Creone. Really opened up a good, solid opportunity for their team, but they were not able to capitalize here. Wasabi Yaki putting it off the backboard. El Rabo's there, though, to keep the pressure. Might be able to center it. No. Rua's going to prohibit the 4th goal, and this game looks like it's going to end 3-1.
I agree, unless they can get some kind of 0-second goal, but it won't matter for the actual win, only for the stats. Pirates take game 2 in similar fashion as the Rhinos took game 1, up by 2 goals, a 3-1 final score rather than a 4-2 final score. But again, very good response here from the Pirates, putting 9 shots on goal to the Rhinos 2 shots on goal. Again, Rhinos 50% with their conversion of shots on goal and goals that are finding the back of the net. But the Pirates, they pepper the net and it works out for them, getting 3 goals to find the back of the net behind the Rhinos defense, doing a fantastic job responding to, like I was saying, that offensive onslaught from the Rhinos in the beginning. They did a really good job at pressuring the net, but the Pirates responded really well. I think it's going to be a great series, man.
Well, and we talked about in game 1 how the Rhinos, Pharaohs, came out and scored 2 goals to 2 shots. We were talking about their efficiency. The Pirates said, we're not going for that at all here. We're going to take 9 shots. We're just going to pepper the goal, see what goes through, and hopefully, that goal line looks like Swiss cheese. So it
Absolutely.
worked. It's definitely a different mentality, but it's working.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, man. I mean, if you throw that many shots on goal, at least a few of them are bound to go in, and they found it, man. They found the way to make it work. So game 3, we're going to be moving over to Sovereign Heights. This is a new tiebreaker, man. We got a reset essentially, like I said, and they won in similar fashion too, with the 2-goal difference between the winners and the losers on both games. The Pirates are really going to want to hold on to that momentum, and the Rhinos are really going to want to respond and say that they're not going to be the seed below the Pirates for much longer. So let's see how they do in this battle.
Getting a kickoff here from Pharaohs and Creone. El Rabo's able to clear it out. Won't be able to get the follow touch, though, as Kronos sends it center for Pharaohs. No. Kronos takes the 50-50 split, prohibiting any form of opportunity here. Wasabiaki tries to get it through. Rua's going to have to follow. Pharaohs might be able to take a shot. No, it bounces over the top. And I'm not sure if I'm seeing a lot of aggressive pushes and more just kind of feeler touches here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that might have been the first demo of this entire series that Rua just got. Not a ton of physicality from either one of these teams. And if we start to see more of that, it could be a difference maker. If Rhino really wants to start playing physical, it might give them the edge above the Pirates to respond from that second game loss. So that might be a strat that they're going for. Again, I'm not seeing a ton of physicality from them overall, but that first demo might be a sign of life for the Rhinos to try to respond against this Pirates offense.
You know, I think you're right. I was going to say no. I'm pretty sure I saw one more demo earlier, but I can't think about when a demo actually occurred. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't recall when it happened. And for sure, it's a mental aspect when you demo your opponent. Like, not only are you taking them out of a rotation, but you demo one player enough, they're going to be off their game. They're going to be a little paranoid, maybe looking over their shoulder. So for sure, this could be a big point for the Pirates to expand upon going into this game and then potentially into game 4 later on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a demo strat, it can definitely be a tilting one if you're on the receiving end of it. So if you really want to get in your opponent's head, it's not a bad idea to possibly even try to go for more demos, go for more bump plays, have your two more mechanical players try to play safe. But Wasabiaki gets a nice touch in the front of the net, and unfortunately Kronos just misflips, does not get the touch he wants on that ball. It finds the back of the net. Rhinos open up the scoring for us with just under 2 minutes gone. A really good shot there and an unfortunate misflip from the defense. We will see if the Pirates can respond here. It seems like we've got a lot of back and forth in this series. When the Rhinos opened the scoring in game 1, they took the W, and same thing for the Pirates. So we will see if any difference shows out for the first person to score during this game here.
Pharaohs is going to have a little bit of time here to establish a play for their team. Goes for the 50-50 split, but Canis Kronos shoves it through. That ball drops into no man's land. El Rabo able to follow, bounces favorably, can't put it on target. Rua able to clear it with ease, and Wasabiaki goes right underneath. I thought they were going to be able to take the 50, but completely misses the ball. Pharaohs back passes a little too hard. Kronos gets the 50 over 1. That's going to go into the corner here, and I really thought that Wasabiaki was going to be able to continue the counterattack.
Yeah, it was a really good look for them. And even right before that, too, the original attack that we saw from the Pirates had a little bit more of that physicality. They had a demo on the goalie. They're starting to see that maybe playing a little bit more physical might not be a bad thing. And a good look there off a double touch for Kronos. Can't put it in, and some good defense from Rua on the Rhinos to send the cleanup out back to the Pirates end of the field. The Rhinos are trying to capitalize now on some of this counterattack that they weren't able to capitalize on earlier, as you were saying, boss.
Wasabiaki with a shot opportunity there. It looked like we were going to see some physicality from the Rhinos trying to clear out the goalie, but unable to get the bump here right before that save occurred. Creoni, and El Rabo both committing here, leaving the goal wide open for Rua to put it away and take a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, fantastic showing there. They clear that directly to the middle. Nobody's back. Doesn't look like Kronos has enough boost to find a save. Rua, another goal, like you said, giving them a 2-goal lead. Minute 26 to go. We might have a flip-flop series here, man. Unless the Pirates can show something out here in the next minute and a half, they're going to have to respond pretty well to this Rhinos offense that we're seeing, and some more physicality in the backfield as well. But Kronos is the one who dunks the Rhinos defense. Wasabi with a mistouch, Rabo with a banger pass to Kronos, sending it middle of the net, nobody back except for Rose, who unfortunately just gets dusted by the Pirate shooter. A fantastic showing of offense pass plays here. We will see if they can continue that momentum and try to take the wind out of the Rhinos' sails a bit here to get a answer before time runs down.
I like the goalie, really thought that Kronos was just a little too far away to put that away, but that pass from El Rabo was just as far as it needed to be a deceiving touch, but still leave open the shot opportunity. And it was a fantastic team play, especially for our FL players here. Creone able to put it up the wall here. Kronos unable to follow with Sabiyaki putting a deep touch. That's an unfortunate follow from El Rabo as that slots in.
A super unfortunate touch. As high as that ball went, it dropped just enough to find that upper 90. I thought Creone might have been able to get up there. Unfortunately, he's not able to find it. Ball finds the back of the net. Wasabiaki, who is the furthest back for the Rhinos, is who's credited with the goal because of the unfortunate own goal from Rabo. And Rhinos have a 2-goal lead here. Again, we are seeing very similar gameplay back and forth between these teams, not only from a few missed touches, possible own goals, and but also the score on the scoreboard as well. With the 2-goal lead here, as time starts to tick down, Pirates really gonna have to find something quickly, with Kronos looking to find it. El Rabo trying to play cleanup, but the Rhinos do a good job clearing it out of the way. A pass middle might be too little too late, with a good dunk from Rua to save it. Rhinos take game 3 with a 3-1 win. Again, all 3 of these games have looked pretty similar with 2-goal differences. And again, the Rhinos pretty close. They're actually 5 shots on goal with 3 goals finding the back of the net. They are keeping their percentage, their conversion rate at 50% or higher so far this series. They're doing a fantastic job with only 4 shots on goal from the Pirates, only 1 find in the back of the net. It is from Kronos, like you said, one of the really good strikers on the team, along with El Rabo. Unfortunately, though, the Pirates just could not find the W there. Rhinos are doing a really good job at responding and adapting to how the Pirates are trying to switch up their game. And this is a really well-fought series. I knew it was going to be close, but having all 3 of these games look almost identical to each other is not exactly what I was expecting. It's been a really interesting night so far.
For sure. And I know this game ended 3-1, but realistically, it should have ended at least 2-1, if not potentially gone to OT with 2-2. That unfortunate touch from El Rabo really sealing the deal here. The stats from both sides look so similar. 5 shots from the Rhinos, 4 from the Pirates. I think it was 3 saves from the Rhinos, 2 from the Pirates. So it's exceptionally close as a game and as a series, and you just love to see it. You love to see both teams really making small adjustments here and there. Pirates playing a little bit more physical going into this into that last game 3. Hopefully going to game 4, we'll see some more of that physicality again, but it is what it is. It's looking like a great series for Rocket League.
Yeah, it's definitely a very fluid game. This game is not something that you can just do the same thing over and over and get the same exact results. It's a very fluid game. You got to switch it up. You got to adapt to who you're playing against. You got to get more physical, like we were saying. Maybe play a slightly different style than what you're used to. If you're used to having 2 up with 1 play back, maybe you need that 3rd man to put a little bit more pressure on. It's not something where there's just a formula on what to do. And a good look there does not find the back of the net from Creone, but it is a good touch. The Pirates are already putting some pressure on this Rhinos defense. Rhinos are not panicking, though, playing pretty patiently here with their soft touches from Rose off the back wall. Rua is able to read the pass. Rose goes over the defender that is Kronos. Rua is there to clean it up right behind Rabo, who probably thought that shot was going to be coming in a lot quicker. I definitely know I did. So it was a really good showing there for patience from the Rhinos, and it pays off for them. They get that first goal so far in this series. Really good save there from Rabo. So far in this series, we are seeing that whoever scores the first goal has won. So Pirates are going to hope to stop that stat on tonight, but unfortunately, Rhinos are still showing a lot of pressure here, doing a really good job. So we'll see if the Pirates can recover, start to pivot that momentum in their favor, as Creone gets a really good beat on the defense, but it is not on net. Rose is going to take it to the corner and see if she might be able to change the momentum back again to the Rhinos offense.
We still have a shot opportunity here. Kronos, was that a squishy save coming out of the back? I could not tell from this angle here. That save looked like a fantastic recovery in the making. Oh no, the team bump.
The unfortunate
so
friendly fire.
We said we wanted to see more aggression from the Rhinos, but I didn't want to see Rhino on Rhino violence. I wanted to see more Rhino on Pirates violence.
Absolutely, I agree. And like you said, just the unfortunate friendly fire with the team bump allows the Pirates to get a fairly easy goal on the open net. Rabo's up for a really good touch under the defender. Not something you see super often. Rhinos are able to clear it out of harm's way, though. Rose is trying to follow, and Creone gets a good clear out to the corner as his Pirates teammate is trying to clear it out of harm's way even further out onto the Pirates' third. A really funny series so far with this game, the back and forth that we've seen. I hope we see more physicality on opposing teams sometime soon.
For a second there, it looked like Creone was going to put it back into their own net, thankfully being bailed out by a teammate. This is still live, though, as that shot's going to go center. It's going to slot just nicely. Pharaoh's getting the little chipper, and it just, wow. That was a fantastic way for Rua to bump El Rabo to the side of the goal and keep this offensive opportunity alive.
Absolutely. Looked like Rabo's just parting the Red Sea, leaving a wide open net for Rose to flick it slowly. Didn't even have to put much power on that shot. Rose was feeling really nice with that one, getting it through two of the Pirates defenders to give them the 1-goal lead, 2-1 here with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in Utopia Coliseum.
Creone sends it. That's going to roll up. Pharaohs needs to get up, misses the touch. They both miss the touch, and Kronos is there to put it away for the equalizer.
Of all the people that were up for that, I wasn't necessarily expecting Kronos to be the one to get the touch, but he will take that goal. He ties it 2-2 with 2.5 left. This series is anything but over. A very good showing from the Pirates, and again, like you said, an unfortunate whiff from the Rhinos defense on that one, allowing Kronos to punch that one home. Very, very good showing from the Pirates.
Wasabi Yaki trying to put it center here. Kronos gets it over to their team. No, that's in dead man's land. That's Rua able to put it up over the center here. Oh, the shot opportunity as 4 cars flew up in a fury. Nobody there able to put it away, though. The defense creating almost a floating wall. That's a shot on net from Kronos, saved very quickly by Wasabi Yaki. Oh, yeah, we have Kronos in for the follow. Oh.
Really good look there from Kronos. Taking it back to that last play on the Pirates end, I was a little scared. I couldn't tell if it was 4 or 5 cars. You know, almost 80% of this lobby that was up.
It might have been 5. It might have been 5.
A very interesting approach, but it ended up working. The ball didn't go in. The Pirates were able to keep it out. But Rhinos are here. They are putting pressure on the net. We will see if they can play this ball forward, getting the dub, and a good defensive show out there from the Pirates, preventing the pressure that the Rhinos are putting on to clear out from El Rabo as he tries to follow, but Rose gets it cleared around him, gets dunked by Kronos, though. Wasabiaki tries to take the pressure off of the Rhinos, keeping it in the Pirates zone, and a fantastic pass is unsavable by Rabo. A good attempt, a good touch, but it still finds the back of the net. Wasabiaki with a pop, almost a bump on Kronos at the same time, and Rua just reads it beautifully. Like I said, a really good attempt there from Rabo with the save, but unfortunately just doesn't get the touch he wants.
And like we were talking about earlier in this cast here, with a win from the Rhinos here, they will have it should be 3 wins on the series, correct?
It should, if the Rhinos win this one, it'll be 3 wins on the series. It'll be the series win, yes, sir.
Yes, so they will move up at a bare minimum tie with the Pirates in total standings here. So this game really seems to mean a lot for the Rhinos, and they're playing like it does for sure. Rua might be able to get this clear here. Pops it really deep to the right.
Yeah, really good 50 there from Rua. Stays on it. Not sure if that mid boost spawned for him. If not, then it was a risky challenge, but it worked out for him to go for that ball with no boost. But it ends up working in their favor. Nothing coming back too strong yet from the Pirates. Rua up to try to clear the shot away from Rabo. Does a good job with a light touch back pass to Wasabiaki. Creoni gets a little bit of a mistouch. Kronos passes it mid. Rua puts a shot on, and it's past El Rabo. I thought he was going to have that save, but unfortunately, he just misses. A beautiful shot there from Rua, gets it near post, and Rabo just, it looks like he boosted a little too much, swings past that, and we have a 2-goal lead for the Rhinos right now with only 12 seconds left. Pirates are really going to have to pull something out if they want to keep their seeding intact. Like you said, at least a tie will happen if the Rhinos win this, and it looks like they will as time starts to tick down with their 2-goal lead. Rhinos take game 4 in this series. We still play all 5 games here in MLE regardless of the series score. So even though the Rhinos have the 3 wins, we are still going to be playing game 5. Pirates are going to want to try to take that W, get at least tied for that 5th spot in the conference rather than being down 1 game on the Pirates, as the Pirates, or excuse me, reverse that. Rhinos are wanting to get the win to go up instead of being tied. Pirates are wanting to get the win to try to be tied rather than being beneath the Rhinos, as the Rhinos were beneath the Pirates in the starting of this game. So I think it's going to be a really interesting game 5. Still a lot to fight for here. Definitely not anything that we're going to be seeing anyone give up too easily, because this game still means a lot. So I think that we're going to see a good showing from both teams.
For sure. And definitely the Rhinos coming out of game 4, the obvious aggressor, 12 shots on net. Originally, they were focused, it looks like, a lot on efficiency, but this time they're just really trying to pepper that goal, see what goes through, like the Pirates were earlier on. And even though it's working, they need to make sure that they keep that going, maintain the midfield pressure, maintain the aggression, and hopefully they can steal this game here and go up two games on the Pirates.
Absolutely. It would be really good for the Pirates to be able to win one, but I think the Rhinos are really trying to get that lead in the series score overall and also in the conference score overall. And like you were saying, the Rhinos, they had been 50% on their conversion rate. Last game, that went out the window. They got, I think it was 4 goals on 12 shots rather than the rest of the series, them being 50% or better. So definitely a little bit more peppering like we've been seeing from the Pirates, but still a fantastic showing from the Rhinos, putting that much pressure on them. Pirates here are going to really want to get that W, try to even out the score in the conference, and see if they might be able to hold on to a better spot as we move into our last week next week for play-ins to get into the playoffs. We'll see how they respond to this Rhinos offense that have just been showing up and showing out in games 1, 3, and 4.
For sure. And within the first 10 seconds, we had already seen El Rabo putting a shot on net here. The Pirates really keeping that pressure alive in this back third for the Rhinos. They're going to need to establish a solid counterattack here and get it off their half. Kronos putting it top center here. Rose gets it over 1. It's going to go into the corner here. Pop a little high. Goes for the shot. No, it's a pass as Rua puts it away. 52-second mark in, and we get our first timestamp. We get our first goal.
Beautiful pass from Rose. It looked like it might have even been an attempt at a shot, but it hits backboard. Rua is there to clean it up with a beautiful read off of the bounce. Finds the back of the Pirates net. Rhinos up 1-0, like you said, in that first goal here with 4 minutes left. As we play along here in Manfield, we'll see if the Pirates will be able to respond. And Rhinos are really just starting to come away with it, it looks like.
El Rabo, the unfortunate touch they need. No, they were caught on the post. The post playing as the 4th player for the Rhinos here, holding up El Rabo and preventing the defensive play, as Rua is able to put that away with ease.
Unfortunate getting caught on that post, like you were saying, from Rabo. I definitely know that feeling as someone who plays this game as well. That post can be a menace at times, and unfortunately for the Pirates, like you said, it seems as though they are the 4th player on this Rhinos team right now, with a really good essential bump on the Pirates defense, allowing the Rhinos to get that goal in with a Rua with a good place shot.
Ooh, wow. I really expected someone from the Rhinos there to get that touch, but with it just drifting lazily in front of the goal, it's too dangerous. You need to touch that. Communicate, talk with your teammates, and try to get that cleared out here. Rua unable to get the shot. El Rabo hopefully will be able to send it center for Creoni. Creoni's up. No, it's cut out by Rose. Oh, man. El Rabo putting it into the corner here. Wasabiaki putting it off the backboard. Creoni's going to put it back to the wall here. Pharaohs might be able to put a shot. No, it's going to be wide right. Rua taking the 50 split. That goes back center here. El Rabo putting it deep. And I really thought we were going to see at least a shot and a goal from the Rhinos.
Yeah, an unfortunate mistouch too, even in the backfield from Rose. So you wonder if they are starting to fatigue a little bit, but even still, they hold on to their 2-goal lead that they currently have over the Pirates. So we are going to see if they can hold out for the rest of this game. Another mistouch from Wasabiaki. Again, coming into question if they might be getting a little bit tired or if they are just unfortunately whiffing a few touches. It happens to the best of us. So we will see if the Rhinos can hold on to this 2-goal lead that they have.
That's going to be off backboard here. Shot opportunity for Pharaohs. Gets the touch right over Creoni. They're up 3-0, and it looks like they really want that 2-game lead in the standings.
What was that touch by Rose as well? that was something I don't know if that was accidental or on purpose, but whatever it was, that was a beautiful shot. Could be a potential contender for play of the week, sponsored by Balscarana. A really good touch there from Rose, getting that ball to find the back of the net off of an interesting touch. You love to see interesting stuff like that, especially in FL.
You know, I don't know if I could have defended that last shot from Pharaohs. Quite frankly, that was a fantastic touch, especially. Are we sure we're watching FL right now? Are we not watching CL?
That's what I'm saying, man. It was a very interesting touch. And look at that carry from Rob. Like you're saying, what league are we watching right now? Some really, really good mechanics coming out from some of these FL players right now. Definitely impressed. And I love to see the confidence in the players to go for these shots. Wasabi with a dunk over the Pirates, giving them a 4-0 lead right now. Just absolutely bullying the Pirates right now, and unfortunately they just have no answer for it. A fantastic showing with 7 shots on, 4 shots going in, but Pirates with 6 shots on and nothing finding the back of the net. The Rhinos are really doing a good job here at holding them back and getting this last W. As long as the Pirates can't pull something out in this last minute, it's going to be an interesting series.
Rua gets the 50 split. That drops down to Creoni. Creoni putting it back into the corner here. What an absolute pinch. Sends it all the way across. Not really giving it enough hang time for their teammates to take the shot. What a demo! No! No! Wasabiaki had the widest open net. If they weren't up 4-0, that would have been devastating.
Is super unfortunate with a fantastic demo on the goalie and what looked like 2 potential shots on net. Rua doesn't care though, takes the ball, sends it off the backboard and reads it beautifully to get that second touch, sends it in top middle. No defenders there to even try to save it. It is 5-0 with 35 left. You've got to think this game is in the bag for the Rhinos.
Rua caught the ball perfectly. As soon as it bounced, they didn't have to generate any vertical elevation on that shot. The bounce did everything for them. And I'm saying this still does not look like an FL match to me. I'm seeing far too great of choices being made. It definitely looks at least like we're watching some CL competition here.
Absolutely. Some really good showing from both teams here. But yeah, definitely some interesting mechanics and attempts going here. But as time ticks down, it looks like it is impossible. With another goal going in for Rua. 4 goals on the night not even the night, but on this game alone, 4 goals for Rua. He is having an absolute banger game. Beautifully played. 5 seconds left. He puts in the 6th goal for the Rhinos. And at this point, the Pirates are just trying to let this game end to stop the bleeding.
Right. At this point, they're not even playing for the win. They're playing for pride, but that still has to hurt a little bit. I mean, Rua putting in the absolute work this game, 4 goals. Rua wanted that win. Really showed.
Absolutely. Definitely. 6 shots on goal, 4 of them finding the back of the net, 3 shots for Rose, 1 finding, and Wasabiaki with a perfect conversion with a 1 shot, 1 goal going in, and also was still a part of 2 other goals with his assists. Fantastic showing here from the Rhinos. A really good series. Not as close series-wise as I thought it would be, but gameplay-wise was definitely still very close between the Pirates and the Rhinos. Rhinos take 4 games off of the Pirates, but still, like I said, a very even series, very well played from both teams. And I mean, it was an exciting night. I really enjoyed watching these players play, and like you said, hardly even looked like FL.
It hardly did, honestly, though. 2 great series back to back. What more can you ask for on a Sunday night of Rocket League?
Absolutely
Fantastic to watch.
Yeah, beautiful games played. Both series have been fantastic. Thank you guys for joining us here at ML Esports, sponsored by APM Music and Balls Garana. You guys have a wonderful night.
Strangers found, lost in time, wherever we know. The hourglass takes us further from here.
Lights, camera, action!